Seeing none, I'm going to close public comment at this time. Alex, student report.
On Thursday, October 24th, environmental science classes went on a field trip to both the Laconia Waterworks and the wastewater treatment plant in Franklin. At the waterworks in Laconia, we learned about where the city's water not only comes from, but how it's treated and distributed throughout Laconia. At the wastewater treatment plant, we learned of the process of turning wastewater into clean water that is put out into the Merrimack River. Last week, we had our first 2 lead blocks. I found this time very useful to meet with a teacher to get extra help on a topic. As a student, I'm really excited for the lead block because sometimes it's difficult to find time to get extra help with all the extracurricular activities that we participate in. It's also a good time to look at peers on group projects. Mr. Everett's business management class is running a No Shave November fundraiser. Each participant pays $10 to have their picture taken weekly to track their progress. At the end of each month, a winner will be chosen by an unbiased source. 25% of the money will go to the winner, and the other 75% will go to St. Jude's. Participants include GHS students and staff from both the middle and high school. On Wednesday, October 9th, all juniors took the PSAT. We will get our results in December. On Halloween, both students and staff got into the spirit by paying $1 to wear a costume. There is over $150 raised, which will all go to purchasing gifts for young children during the holidays.
Questions? I have a question on the lead block. Did you have any problem getting in to the teachers you wanted to see in that period of time? Was there too much demand for some of them? Or?
I do not. I had a friend who was trying to get into the library, and that filled up quickly. I was told, but I don't know the policy.
Pretty positive universally from what you heard?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. We have a world language teacher request on the agenda here.
Louise Jagger, French teacher, and Janice Stroh, our Spanish teacher from the high school here.
Hi.
Good evening. We're here to present about the fact about exchanges and trips and how now this has become a 2-year process for us. There's a 2-year implementation of these programs. Year number 1 traditionally being that of organizing the trip, of recruitment of candidates, also of the selection process, also of fundraising, and then again we have the travel year. To date, we are compensated for the travel year, but we are not compensated for this entire preparatory year. So this is what we are coming to present today.
First and foremost, we want to thank you for allowing us to present these trips to our students and having the ability for our students to travel abroad. Since this is learning a language, is the best way for them to learn a language is to actually be in the culture where the language is spoken. So the trips have been very helpful for our students. They have all engaged wonderfully. We've had some of the members on our boards who have children who have also participated in these trips as well. And we would just like to also be compensated for the time that we're putting into these trips on the off years that we're not traveling. I have put together a timeline of everything that it's taken from me for the Spanish exchange that I did have this year. And I had over 90 hours of uncompensated time that I put into this trip, and we're not traveling until April. And we had 22 Spanish students coming from Spain to stay in homes with even some of the members here on the board. And we are very thankful for that, and we enjoyed it. The parents enjoyed it, the students enjoyed it, the travelers enjoyed it. I even had a teacher staying with me, and it was a wonderful experience. It was a lot of time on mine, and I was extremely exhausted by the end of the 10 days. Again, with uncompensated time.
We feel that this is a real feather in the cap for the school district to be able to teach a curriculum and then be able to actually extend it and live it with these students. These trips have become very desirable. Last time I traveled to France with 36 students, and so this is showing a great degree of interest And it's also has a wonderful ripple effect for the community and for teaching about cultural differences and tolerance. So we are asking this evening to have consideration for some compensation on these non-travel years when we are executing all these duties.
The trip itself, putting together the trip takes 18 months before our travel time. We start preparing for our trip of September of the year before. So I'm traveling in September. I'm traveling in April of 2020 to go to Bilbao, Spain, with 28 students, and I started prepping this trip in September of last year.
I'm also going to be proposing a trip to France, which it will be in 2021. It does take this degree of time for the program, but it's also more advantageous for families because we're able to break down the monthly payments to something that's achievable to a broader base of the students. Both Janice and I are very grateful because the board and the community have been extremely supportive of these endeavors. We feel very fortunate to be able to offer these trips, and we're asking for your consideration.
And for the expense that it does cost the students, we do prepare them and show them what fundraising is all about and help them with their fundraising endeavors. And we have both of us hold monthly or bi-monthly fundraising events for the students that we have to put together ourselves and organize and orchestrate and then distribute funds.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the documentation with you that you said you put together?
I do. I've made a lot of them.
Great. We'll take this under consideration, and Mr. Vital will be in touch with you.
Okay, thank you.
Very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Croc TV.